where the bloody hell did April go? It has been and gone. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. Older people always used to say, oh, time flies when you're getting my age. Didn't quite believe it at the time. Anyway, 30 days of April just went. Anyway, we never got that, well, we did get a lot done. But solar stats. We had an absolutely fantastic month in April for solar, even though we was one panel down. We've not really noticed the difference in the one panel missing. We're still getting over 4,000 watts maximum. But anyway, back to April. We'll start with EDF first. Now, I always say they're robbing bastards. The abonnement went up. That's now 18 euros a month. When we started off on our solar journey, we was, I believe, 15 euros a month, so 3 euros a month more. And they've gradually, quietly, stealthily increased the price per kilowatt hour. So we imported last month 32 kilowatt hours of electric, which cost us 7 euros. So if you divide 7 by 32, that gives you 21 cents per unit. Now, I say robbing bastards, they don't tell you that there's a price increase coming. They gradually keep creeping it up. Now, only a month ago, I believe, it was 20 cents. It doesn't sound a lot, but a cent for every unit, for all the households in France, it adds up. Anyway, so last month, with the stand-in charge, was 25 euros. If we was off-grid, we wouldn't be paying that at all, you know. So our solar system, with 9 panels, we generated, stored in the batteries and used 326.9 kilowatt hours of electric, which I don't think it's a record month, but for this time of year it was fantastic. I can't remember what March or April last year was. If I'll try and put it up on the screen. But what we generated at today's prices of electric saved us 68 euros 64 cents. So nearly 70 euros in electric we've generated. And as I've said previously, the more the price of electric goes up, the quicker our system will pay for itself. Because that is the one big question. Everyone says, oh yeah, you've got solar. How long will it take to pay itself off? It's like, well, we didn't install it for that reason. We wanted to be independent. We wanted to do our little bit for the environment, this, that and the other. I know we're just little fish in a big pond. We won't make that much difference, but we know that we're making a conscious effort. Solar panels will be carbon neutral 1 to 3 years, and then there's the batteries and all that. There's a CO2 footprint on everything. We're doing our little bit. We wasn't too concerned about how long it would take to pay it off, but the price of electric at the moment, we've already paid off the inverter, which was close to 1,000 euros, not quite, but so yeah, that inverter will be paid for now. So we've got the panels, the frames and the batteries and all the sundries. So yeah, as the price of electric goes up, the amount of time that it takes to see a return on your investment gets smaller and smaller. So it's all good. We can always add to the system as we're going along, but for the time being we'll probably just leave it as it is, and yeah, we'll take it from there. So April was a fantastic month. So far in May we're looking pretty good. With it's May the 4th today. May the 4th be with you. Anyway, and we've done well over 10 kilowatt hours a day, which doesn't sound a lot for most households, but we don't use a lot of electric. Hot water. We've got the dehydrator running at the moment, and I've got some chilies growing in the propagator. That's heated. So we probably will be using a little bit more electric, but we're not big users. You know, we've not got electric cars. We've not got what are all these things that people We don't use a lot of electric. If 10 to 15 kilowatts a day, 15 kilowatts is a lot for us. But yeah, all good stuff. So solar for us seems to be working. There was some issues that I mentioned with the Growatt inverter. Well, I don't know if to do a special video on that because I don't really know the answer to the problem yet. They've pretty much given up. Their support was brilliant to start with, backwards and forwards. Now I send them an email and I don't get a reply for a couple of weeks. Basically, they've now turned around and says that the issue, he says, oh, I've watched some of your videos and I noticed you're using Pylon Tech batteries. It's the fault of the Pylon Tech battery that's causing it to charge outside of the parameters. Thought, here we go, passing the buck. But it could well be. The BMS on the Pylon Tech batteries, if there's a cell or if it's all out of balance, because obviously you've got two batteries, they're both 48 volts and they've got cells inside them. If they get a little bit out of balance, it will request that the batteries get charged up to 100% just to sort of equalise them out. It could be that the battery is asking the inverter to charge it from the grid when it's outside of its parameters, when it's not supposed to, basically. Growatt are now blaming Pylon Tech. I'm in touch with Pylon Tech now. I've got to get a lead so that I can plug my laptop into the batteries, and then I can get some software and see what's going on, see what the cells are doing individually, if they're out of balance, this, that and the other, and we can keep a bit more of an eye on it. Now, there was a chap who was commenting, I can't remember your name, you might even comment on this video. He was on about doing a Raspberry Pi thing wirelessly from the batteries so that I can monitor it. That's going to cost money, so I won't be doing that just yet. But I'll probably get hold of the cable and that plugs into the batteries and we can see what's going on. So I'll probably will do a video on that on its own. But just to let you lot out there know who are interested in the Growatt inverter, it might not be the fault of the Growatt inverter, it might be the batteries. And it's not a fault, it's just that because your batteries are up and down, they get out of balance. Touch wood, it's not done it for a while. But like when your batteries are at 70% and then it starts charging from the grid and it goes all the way up to 100%, when I've got the parameters set to start charging from grid at 20%, charge them up to 95, and it ignores that, charges when it wants to, and then takes it right up to 100%. But if that's to equalise the batteries, then it's doing its job. So yeah, I will do a video on that separate when I know what I'm doing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you next one. Bye for now.